Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for another one today. We are still doing the makeup protection program. Some things this week, maybe some considerations, but we are gonna stay grounded. We are gonna have a vigilant eye, a watchful eye, and we are not trying to get hoodwinked, bamboozled, or led astray with these makeup releases this year. So if you wanna comb through all the new makeup releases with me and kind of just hang out and chit chat, see what we think, are they worthy of our coins? Keep watching this video, let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy, you're trying to make some better purchasing decisions, and you want to hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. That was a long intro. All right, you guys, I hope everyone is doing well. Now, last week, I had no issues, like no, there was no problems. I may have had one thing that tempted me, but I can't even remember what it is. This week though, we may have a couple temptations, so I'm gonna let you know what I'm tempted by. Was it one of the purchases that I was anticipating, or was it something that just sprung up? Because I am trying to anticipate some things, and there are a couple things that I have anticipated, so that's not, a big deal. It's the surprise releases. So we are gonna go ahead and get started. Definitely do not forget to comment, because I love talking about these makeup purchases, and I mean, you guys are the only ones I can talk about it with, because this is analytical, okay? This is no longer, let's just go ahead and get whatever we want. Analytical here. Makeup protection program. Let's get started. Because we're gonna come back at the end, I'm hoping, no, not hoping. We are gonna come back at the end of 2023 and feel a lot better about what we've done. That's the plan. So of course, we're gonna be starting with Makeup Release Radar Official. Nowhere better to start. And let's see where we left off. Some things are here and happening. Now, the first thing I do wanna scroll down and share about that was really tempting me was the restock of the Koki Cosmetics palette. The reason that I'm mentioning this, and the palette was Apocalypse. So it was the Croc palette, which I did do a video on, but then it was the Apocalypse palette. The Apocalypse palette was a palette that I was back and forth on last year, towards the end of last year, I guess maybe October. I'm thinking it was around Halloween. I did not purchase this, but it just looked like a really beautiful palette. At the time, I did not go for it. I had recently acquired Muerte, and it's not exactly like Muerte, because you have those two right shades at the upper corner that you can see peeking out, the matte pink and that purple. But the other shades kind of gave me a Muerte vibe, and I was actually thinking about this palette, but I did decide not to get it. When the pre-order happened, the recent one, I went to go get it and it said sold out. So I couldn't add it to my bag, but then today I see that you can. Let me just go to their website just so you can see what I'm talking about. See, it's here. The Apocalypse is here. Now this is going to ship around February 4th. It is $63. Let me just go ahead and show you these swatches. Now, if you watch my Croc video, you will know that the mattes were not my favorites, but they are definitely workable. They really are. Shimmers are so pretty. I just don't know, but I'm on the fence about this, and I was cool when I was like, oh, it's out. Okay, I can't get it. But now that I see it's available, it is sparking my interest. I have to be honest, and it did spark my interest last year. So the fact that I'm still kind of feeling the same way, I'm just thinking, I don't know. So I just wanted to share that, because we're all human and we get tempted by things. I have not made a decision yet, but I feel like the fact that it keeps selling out and coming back, I've only watched like one review, and that was Dr. Ash and her makeup. And of course, her looks are beautiful. Going back to makeup release radar, I think I shared that I did pass on the Odin's Eye singles. I'm passing on the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. Can't remember if we discussed it or not. We talked about Chantecaille, I believe. I don't think it was on Makeup Release Radar's site, but we did look at the new Chantecaille collection, which is very beautiful. I don't need any blush. I think this Quint is very cute. I was trying to compare last week to see if it reminded me of Divine Rose, kind of. Try not to get caught up in the packaging. I'd love to be able to get a lip chic on sale. I do have two, and one I got off of like eBay or something like that, because these are really pricey, but I really do like them. But I'm gonna pass on that collection. We will come back to Devinah because I think that whole collection has been revealed. Now, we did talk about this Fruity Realm collection or palette from It's Belle. This is not gonna be it for me. Any type of rainbow palette, any type of all matte situation is just not my fancy. I know I would not wear this. And I do have my blends palette from Blends Bunnies Cosmetics if I need to have something all matte. I just have no need to purchase something like this, so this is definitely going to be a pass. This was also sneak peeked last week, I believe. Martine Cosmetics is coming out with skin products. I don't know. I'm not getting any of this. I guess it could be a natural progression for some brands to move into skincare, but this is not something I'm checking for, so I'm gonna move on. Jimmy Choo has a lip gloss. No, not for $60. You don't. Nope. YSL has, I love these, but you know what I'm noticing? These oil and stick lipstick bombs. Are these the new shades? A lot of these are starting to look the same. I have two of these and then one that's like the candy gloss or something. But I'm gonna just go ahead, and that color's pretty, stay with what I have. It is starting to all mesh together. It's hard to tell the new from the old, so I'm gonna move on. This is the Butter Drop Vanilla Dream Whipped Oil Body Cream. Okay, I'm not interested in that. Byredo. Now, I know about this palette from my friend Jamie. Her channel is I Am Jamila, and I just remember her saying that this palette was really nice. This palette is $96, and this is the Kalahari palette. It is limited edition, so I'm not sure how many times they've brought it back or if this is the first time. But this color story is definitely something that's up my alley. But at the same time, because of the amount of palettes that I have, I do not feel comfortable spending $96 on it because I just don't think it would get the love that it deserves. And that's what I need to start thinking. Or if I'm gonna bring something in, something has to go out. Because I cannot afford for my makeup collection to continue to spiral out of control, because I'm gonna call it out of control. And I am making strides to fix all of that. But I really do like this palette. I'm tired. Okay, go ahead up and I'll meet you up in about 10 minutes. Okay. All right. Oh boy. All right. So I don't even know what Beauty Creations Cosmetics is. I'm just tired. I'm tired of Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse because I love Disney. I really do. But I'm just tired. Oh, the Cream Shop. It's the Cream Shop, whatever, it doesn't even matter. I'm just tired. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Now there's a high possibility I could be wrong. And I know this doesn't look the same. I swear I got this from TJ Maxx and it's by the Cream Shop. I'm almost certain. Now I know there's no sequins, but who cares? I'm certain this is the Cream Shop. It is! Oh my God, it is. It is. So now. Okay, because this might end up in TJ Maxx. Like, what are we doing? Don't do it, y'all. Don't do it, because I think I may have paid $7.99 for that. Well, I'm not doing this. I'm tired. Like, stop giving us Disney collabs. Like, stop slapping Disney on stuff and then we're all spending all our money. Hold on, be honest about something. I do have this. Make it worth it. No, I think I got this for 50% off. Okay. And that's just an example. Like, we love stuff like that, but I'm not doing it. I'm tired of seeing it. It's like the easy way out at this point. So let's talk about this no.
You need to leave.
First of all, too many shades. What is this? What is that? That looks, no. I'm so sorry. This is from Profusion. This is the Metachrome collection. No. All right, it's not even that it's too many shades, but it looks like 50 shades, but it's only 24. I don't like it. It needs to go. I'm done. And you know, I know it's affordable, but it's an affordable no. Just because something's affordable doesn't make it a yes. Let's talk about this. Looking like the Pat McGrath Lunar New Year packaging situation. So Urban Decay had a little success with their Robin Eisenberg collection. They had a naked palette. I don't think it was called naked for once, which is great. But now there's the Lunar New Year collection. I mean, it doesn't look like the Pat McGrath like shades or anything, but when I saw this, I'm like, oh, you know, I know it's not going to be acrylic or anything like that, but this is a no. No to the special all-nighter. And we all have shades like this, especially if you bought that golden one Quint from Pat McGrath. You definitely don't need this, but I have a feeling if you bought from Pat McGrath, you probably aren't checking too much for Urban Decay. That's just my thought. But you know what I mean? Everybody likes what they like, but no. Nope. And how is it coming soon? Like, no, it should already be out. Missed out. No, this nighttime realness is a no. It's Trixie Cosmetics. Talked about that. Okay. I think these are all the shades from the Winter of the Wicked collection from Devinah. And I'm sad because I was itching to buy something from Devinah, but it's not going to be this because although I am getting used to cool tones as well as blues, this is a bit extreme for me. It is. So it's a no. Now, I do believe that all these shades are beautiful. I think the mattes are new and the shimmers are existing, but it is gorgeous. I am really like looking out to see what Devinah's going to do this year because I felt like she was pretty quiet last year, and I really like Deandra. I really do. And truth be told, like my Devinah single shadows are some of my favorite shadows in my collection. Like from my first orders, I ordered nothing from Devinah last year at all. So from 2021, sometime in 2021, when I purchased the Aurora Flares and then a couple of the other shades. So I don't have a whole lot of Devinahs. I have enough though, like enough to know that I really think it's a great brand. It's just that it's gonna have to be the shades that I want. So beautiful collection. The collection name, I love all of that. The Winter of the Wicked. But the color story is just going to be a pass for now. And the good thing is that they're singles. So, you know, I can purchase them, you know, when she has restocks. We'll come back to Hourglass. About Face Beauty. Do we know about Face Beauty? Like, I don't know what their standout products are. Lip color butter is something I don't need because I have my lip products that I like. Victoria Beckham, I just ordered the matte eyeliner Vault, which I love. This color is great. This is a great color. It reminds me of denim. That's not what it's called though. It's called something else. It's called Surfside. Now I ordered the Victoria Beckham Vault because her prices were going up. So now this liner is $30 and you can take $2 off if you don't want the sharpener. So it would be $28, I'm thinking. Yeah, you don't need the sharpener, so just get the $2 off. But this is just too much for me right now. I would say if you want to try Victoria Beckham, I've only gotten her items on sale, and that doesn't happen often, and it's only 20%. So now her prices have increased, and you know, her sale is still probably going to be 20%. So I think her brand is excellent though. Like everything that I've tried, the bronzer, these liners really stay in my waterline, so they're worth it for me. And you don't even have to use any pressure. Like they're going to last forever. I have a cheek blush. I have some of the Posh lipsticks, and I can do a video. I have that in my my planner about doing a video. Oh, the lid lusters, yes, but only on sale, you guys. It is just too much, too much. Dior, this Dior collection is now at Sephora, I believe. I might be lying. Okay, I think I'm lying. But I will let you know that I have tried the Forever Glow Veil. I like it, but it's not Natasha Denona Hygiene. It's just not, no. And usually I'm not able to speak on things like that fast, but it's not, but it's a good primer. But maybe if Natasha Denona Hygiene was too dewy, that this would be perfect. It's definitely not matte. And then the concealer. Haven't done like one eye versus the other with the concealer. I haven't done that. I like it, the new Forever one, and I like the old one. So I'll be using them all. Dior concealer is my #1 favorite concealer, #1. So Flower Beauty is coming out with a low light liquid contour. So this right away makes me think about Charlotte Tilbury. It's infused with moisturizing ingredients to keep the skin hydrated. It looks natural finish. Okay. So I have one of the Charlotte Tilbury ones. I don't know how these compare. I mean, this is a new product, but we do see other brands coming out with products similar to the Charlotte Tilbury with the same type of applicator. So if you like Flower Beauty, this might be something that you're into. So the Devinah collection has another shade. Let me just make sure I got all the shades because the collection does release on Friday the 13th. So I don't know if that's all of them. 9 shades. Have to see about that. We're gonna talk about the Arrow palette. There's Arrow, you guys. If you follow Adept, we had inklings that this palette was coming out. I'm not familiar with this character at all, but I believe it's Marvel, which there's tons of Marvel characters I'm certain I don't know about. So let's just look at this. She does talk about, a couple of things. This is 100% free of glitter and mineral oil. It's vegan, it's magnetic, it has removable pans. Some of the shades are going to stain fair to medium skin tones. Keep your palette in a cool, dry place. The shimmers in this palette are very shimmery and will require a good primer to prevent fallout and creasing. So it has 6 Mirakuru multi-chromes. I think Mirakuru is something from that character. 1 duochrome shimmery topper and 2 duochrome shimmers and 1 Mirakuru shimmer. 5 matte pigments. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if they're the same as Minka, but if you saw my video for Minka, those were wet feeling and they felt like glitter to me. Now you could shear them out and everything, but it just wasn't the Adept shimmer formula that I'm used to. It was something new. I would love to see this palette in the House of L formula because the shimmers there are just, they're perfect. They are fantastic. I am sure that I am purchasing this palette. This was a palette that I had on my list from last year. I just wasn't sure when it was coming out. So seeing that it's coming out soon, or actually on the 20th, I am going to purchase this one. And I'm really excited because I have been looking out for it ever since she announced it. So that's going to be a yes for me. Okay, this is a... So we're just going to make a brush collection on anything. Perfect match. This is a perfect no. We're gonna move on. I'm not doing this. See what else. We have some new lipsticks from ColourPop. I thought this was Anastasia. Anastasia had lipsticks too. I can't remember if I talked about them last week though. So yeah, 6 lipsticks and then 5 glosses, but this is a no for me as well. This is what I was talking about with Fenty in this lipstick that we don't need, so I'm moving on. Gucci, let me tell you something. The Gucci lipsticks that have this glitter in it, it's not like an overspray or something that you're just gonna feel initially. I had Agatha Orange and it was a glitter. I didn't know what I was doing back then, but I just needed Agatha Orange. Not that one, not me. I had to give that one away because it was scratching my lips. Like, no to that glitter. No, sorry. Not sorry. What am I sorry for? Ilia has a Bright Start Activated Eye Cream. It's just not something I need right now. $46. All right, here are the sneak peeks for the Charlotte Tilbury matte blushes. They are matte beauty blush wands. And I think she has more shades than this. I'll check out Trend Mood, but these are coming soon. We have Kosas with a treatment. We don't need to even go into that. Nars Cosmetics has a soft matte advanced perfecting powder. This isn't really something for me because I don't go for a matte powder. I know it says soft matte, but it is medium coverage. It's a pressed powder and it's supposed to blur imperfections and smooth your skin and set your makeup for 24 hours, up to 24 hours. $36 each, available at Sephora now. As of right now, this is a no. I just don't have a need for this product. I think we talked about Hourglass. We did talk about Hourglass last week, and I really like all of the shades. Ooh, yes, that one right there. I am just not sure what I'm gonna get, but I'm thinking about 2. I would love to try. That's pretty. I would love to try this. I know I'm not in the need for the lipsticks. I do have a couple of gift cards for Sephora when they come, and maybe Ulta, so maybe I could try it that way. Stila, I can't. All right, Dolce & Gabbana. Is this a new brand or do they always have eyeshadow? The Feline Eyes collection, and we just can't be creative. Like, we just gotta use the cat print. These are no's, and that's all I can say. No, coming soon, but not here. Mora Cosmetics has some serum primers, Do You, and then Hydrating Plump. These are $14 each. I've heard good things from this brand or about this brand. Let me know what you think. Let's see what else we've got. No, ColourPop. Oh, why did I think this was by Rado? Okay. Rem Beauty has the Thank You Next collection. Oh my gosh, we listen to the Bridgerton version of that at work all the time. This is a release from Peachy Queen shop. Okay, it looks like, yeah, duochrome eyeshadow singles. They're $13.99 each. This isn't conducive to me using it. Not these. So like my Victoria Beckham lid lusters, like I have in a certain place, my Auric Glow Lust, and they're in its own thing. These, because they're multi-chromes or duochromes, I would want them to be with my others. And I don't have anything to put them in. I don't know. This is a lot of thought for something I'm not getting. I'm not getting it. Okay, so blends. Blends Bunnies Cosmetics is coming out with the Lure palette, and it says 24 shades for the mermaid within. I'm not sure about resisting this, but at the same time, I only have one Blends Bunnies palette. I did have Dollhouse and I sold it pretty early on in 2022 just because I realized I was not going to really use it. Dr. Ash loves the Surge palette, but those neons in there, I know they don't have to be neon, and you can, you know, bring them down or brighten them up, but no. Nope. The Surge, no. I didn't get the, what was it, Sahara? That's not what it's called. Primal. I didn't get that. I didn't get the Dolled Up palette. So I'm not sure about this. I will say I think Blends Bunnies Cosmetics is a really, really unique brand. And I love how she does her palettes, the layout, how in the Blends palette, the all matte, when you have all those shades in between. I think it's a really genius idea. I just have yet for the color story to really speak to me. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this. I'm not gonna say I'm not getting it, and I'm not gonna say that I am. If by chance this reveals before like tomorrow night, I'll be able to edit the current picture in. So I'm hoping we'll have a full color picture. And lastly, we do have a release coming from Nomad. I do know that I'm going to be getting this. I'm really curious. It's almost like this cold side and this like hot side. So I'm curious to see how this is going to play out in the palette. So yeah. that's going to be it for Makeup Release or Radar. Again, you know, I will come back and edit anything in that's necessary. I'm going to go to Trend Mood, and I want you to see right here. So actually, we almost have the same picture. I don't know what I was saying. Matte Beauty Blush. This shade right here, this like coral orangey shade is so pretty. But I'm just trying to think about other things that I have. Like I have my Melt Cream blushes, which are not matte, but they're a great finish. I don't think they're matte. But like the fact that I don't know, I just have so much. Of course, I would like to try this product, and like I said, maybe I will. But right now, I'm going to pass on it. And I think that's going to be it for Trend Mood. I'm going to Chic Profile Official and see what's happening. Yeah. And I'm not seeing anything. This is going to be like the next wave for sure. And it makes sense. You know what I mean? It does. Because she didn't really have blushes. She had like those blush lights. I do feel like these blushes are gonna sell really well. So I'm not totally against it. Do we have a price? Let me see if we have a price. I'm not seeing a price, but I feel like these are gonna be like $35. I'm not sure. So let me go ahead and move over and we'll just wrap this up. All right, you guys. First of all, it's Friday night. And it's my Founder's Day. So if anyone who's watching is a soror of the Devastating Divas of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, happy Founder's Day. I was getting ready to edit and was like, let me go ahead and check, because I have been checking IG throughout the day and saw some updates. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that now, and then we'll close out this video. Yes, we will. All right, I see some drama there about Jaclyn Hill. Let me do what I came here to do, because that's not what I came here for. All right, we've got some updates here, so let's do this. Now, let me just figure this out, because, what is this? I don't even have time. Here's the reveal of the Lure palette. Now, I think I was saying in the previous footage that I was very curious about what this was going to be. I can't do this palette, you guys. This is just not my color story. I would say maybe the first 3 columns, especially the first one, but I just don't see myself getting a lot of use out of this palette. I will say this about Blend Bunny Cosmetics. I love the way she does her layout. Like, you have like this beautiful gradient where you have blend out shades, beautiful transition shades, and smoke shades, and a shimmer. Looking at this palette in particular, it is creating the most perfect monochromatic look. So I love that about her palettes, and I feel like that makes them very beginner friendly. This is not my color story, but sometimes when they're laid out like this, although I love the ease, for me, it makes it harder to mix the colors if that's something you like to do. But the monochromatic looks, I love those too. I'm gonna pass on this. It's very unfortunate. The shimmers look great, and I already know this palette is gonna be top notch, because I still like my blends palette, even though I don't always have use for it. It's all matte, and those mattes are great. So you would not be sorry about this palette if you like the color story. I'm very curious if anybody has any ideas how Blends compares to not Gimme Glow, Glam Light. Let me know, because I was thinking their formula may be similar. So let me know what you think if you've tried Blend Bunny and Glam Light. Let me know. This is a restock. I knew it. Okay, the Edward Scissorhands. Oh, did I not realize I covered both of these? I'm not sure if I realized there were 2 palettes. This is a great color story. Like, both palettes are. I wouldn't get both of these, but color stories are nice. I am gonna pass on these. This one right here, this one, this one's nice. It's that blend for blend shade right here. Shades like that are like, those are my shades. but I'm gonna pass. Okay, brand I never heard of, so I'm moving on because y'all know I'm not trying to do that. Unearthly Cosmetics has a release of a handheld mirror and glosses. I did not receive these in PR. I don't know about the glittery one, but like this one looks nice. Ooh, these are nice. I love their lip products. I don't want any glittery gloss. I don't need a handheld mirror right now, although I think the mirror is really cute. So I'm not against it. It's just, it's not something I need at this time. Notoriously Morbid came out with the Woe Is Me collection. So there's the Ophelia multi-purpose highlighter. That's this one right here. I don't know. I'm not sure about the swatches of that. However, these singles look really nice, not odd enough, hiding in Normie Sight, Safe Haven. And then you've got these lip shades, Death Trap. What is this? A gel liner? Let's see. Oh, is it some type of base? Okay. Yeah, this is cool. I'm passing on the singles because I ordered a bunch. My Cleona order did ship. So yes for that. I did want to let you guys know I am getting the Mothman palette soon. If you were interested in that palette or seeing a video, that will be up soon. Now I'm gonna say this. When I saw this silky lip lock, I expected this to be from a brand I had never heard of. Lo and behold, it's Artist Couture. They're taking the juicy hydrated lips everywhere we go, ready to pop, lock, and walk it with our new silky lip lock. Secure the silky.
Daddy, chill.
Extremely limited quantities available. I don't think they have to worry about it. I really don't. I'm not trying to be mean. Not this keychain. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. I want us, the industry, brands, to move towards the quality aspect and not the quantity. I don't know why anybody would buy this silky lip lock. I wish I had something funny or witty to say, but I'm having a hard time coming up with it. This just doesn't seem like something that Artist Couture would release. And after the last release, which I may be wrong, but I believe it was the mauves. I can't remember what it's called. Nude mauves, nude bronze. There was the nudes. I can't remember what it's called, but it was a mauve palette. I don't think it was a favorite, even though the color story was nice. This lip gloss with the airtight silicone sleeve is not it. It is not the comeback. I mean, you have to be like, I love Artist Couture to be someone that says I want their lip gloss. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if you're not a new makeup lover, you have found your lip gloss. I'm just not sure. But what I will say is it seems like, I know content creators are trying to figure out where their channels are going and things like that, myself included. So maybe brands are too. I'm just not certain if the silky lip lock is the move. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Koki Cosmetics. You know what this reminds me of? And I may still have it in my possession because it was, I don't know. The Charlotte Tilbury, it was like the Icon palette or something. It reminds me of this. But this is cool. I don't know what Koki Cosmetics is, but this is called the Treasured Artist Palette. I don't see this being bad. It's at Rite Aid and Kroger for $15. I may have to look for this at Rite Aid. I'm really not interested in it, but to me, this looks like luxury, especially if it's something that's going to be sold at Rite Aid. Nothing's wrong with Rite Aid. I like Rite Aid, so I'm just saying. Talked about Devinah. Okay, let me go over to Trend Mood really fast. Okay, so this is what I wanted us to talk about. Do they have them both? No, they don't. All right. So I talked about how Tom Ford was coming out with the new perfume releases last week. It was Electric Cherry and Cherry Smoke. Cherry Smoke is the one that I'd like to try, not right now. But Thomas is also coming out with a quad. He's coming out with 2 quads. So this is one of them. This is one of the quads right here, and then he has some lipsticks, but then he has another quad in the wet dry formula. So let me find that really quickly. Okay, here it is. So one is electric cherry, and then one is cherry smoke. So the top one is the wet dry, and the bottom one, now I'm gonna say this.
Where's my remote?
Your little remote. Oh, I don't know. I gave it to you to take upstairs. The bottom left quad, the commercial picture, to me looks better than the actual picture. The colors on the left column just look a little richer. I'll be honest, I like the wet dry one at the top. I really, really like that. And it doesn't have anything to do with the red packaging. It has to do with those colors. I love those red tones like that. I'm trying to think. Naughty Nudes from Huda Beauty. That was the 2020 palette. That gives me, both of these give me that vibe. And I love those colors. Am I gonna get this? I'm not really certain about all of that, but I will say those are colors I love to wear. But it looks like if I were to pick, it would be the wet dry one over the one at the bottom. And that looks dull, the one at the bottom in real life. Electric cherry, that's nice. I don't know. Here's the thing, like, the Tom Ford is so expensive. It just has to be something that I know I'm gonna wear. So recently I've sold 2 Tom Ford quads. I sold Double Indemnity, which was a brand new, and I sold Virgin Orchid. I'm not wearing all of these Tom Ford quads, so I have to just acknowledge that. But I'm gonna tell you, I think my favorite Tom Ford quad has to be metallic denim. That one is just, I don't know if it's available anymore. That one I absolutely like. I love metallic denim. It is so gorgeous. So I could see myself, if it's something that I'm going to continue to love after having it for a year or more, I wouldn't mind the purchase because it may be more worth it than some of the cheaper products that I have or palettes that I don't use at all that are just sitting there. So I'll have to think about this, but I love those colors. I really do. Like the red smoky eye, yes, because I have a Chanel quad that I do the red smoky eye with. I could use Cherry on Top from BH Cosmetics. I mean, no one can get that anymore. I don't want to pay $90. I really don't. So I don't know if it's going to be worth it for me, but I might be able to dupe this. We do have some news or rumors that Dior is coming to Ulta. Let me know how you feel about that. I like Dior. I really do. They dupe themselves with the eyeshadows. I said it last week, I believe. The lip products are on point. I have been trying out the Glow Veil. I am wearing the new reformulated concealer. So yeah, Dior and Ulta. Oh, you know what I did want to say is that I did post a reel on my stories with the owner from Clarity Cosmetics, and they are going to make the Croc palette permanent, but I think they're going to do the smaller pants. I know that my friend Ash from Dr. Ash and Her Makeup did tell me that, and then today it popped up on my timeline where she made a video talking about it. So if you want that Croc palette, it's going to be back. So if you didn't get it for this latest pre-order, just wait. If she comes out with that palette in smaller pants, that would be totally ideal. But I already have this one, so that's gonna be it. Let's get back to yesterday's me to go ahead and wrap up this video. All right, you guys, so I do feel like I've talked myself out of that Clarity Apocalypse palette. So I feel good about that. I am not gonna get the Devinah collection. I remember saying, ooh, this might be something. The Arrow palette from Adept Cosmetics is a yes. I may try a lipstick or two from Hourglass. but right now I'm not sure if that's a good decision. I'm tired of Disney collabs. Blend Bunny, I have to see the color story to decide, and then Nomad is gonna be gifted. So I think I started off the year well as far as purchasing, but it really did not take me a long time to get back into the vicious cycle. So I do feel good. Like the old me probably still would have bought this Devinah collection, even though I know these aren't my colors. You know what I mean? So there are just some things that I'm starting to think about and that I want to influence what I decide to buy. If something's gonna take a long time to ship, sometimes I'm over it when it gets here. I'm just like, oh, it's here. Thank you guys so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another edition of the Makeup Protection Program. Remember, I might not be able to protect you from everything, but I'm trying to protect us from most. Really trying to be picky and judgy and determine whether any of these releases deserve to be in the beautiful collections that we have. Like, we got to turn it around. Like, it's not a, oh, I need this. Do you need me? Do you need my collection to enhance you? That's what we have to figure out. So I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.